Welcome to my channel. Get ready for exciting content, fascinating stories, and valuable insights. Stay tuned and enjoy the journey. Varig Flight 967 remains one of the most puzzling aviation mysteries in history. On January 30th, 1979, a Boeing 707 cargo plane operated by Varig Brazilian Airlines vanished over the Pacific Ocean without a trace. The aircraft was en route from Narita International Airport in Tokyo, Japan, to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, with a scheduled stopover in Los Angeles. On board were 6 experienced crew members and a valuable cargo, including 53 paintings by the renowned artist Manabu Mabe, estimated to be worth over $1.2 million at the time. The plane was never found, and neither were its crew members or cargo, leaving behind a case that continues to baffle investigators to this day. The aircraft, a Boeing 707-323C, was a well-maintained cargo jet with no known technical issues before its departure. The flight crew consisted of seasoned professionals, including Captain Gilberto Araujo da Silva, a highly respected pilot with over 20,000 hours of flight experience. Given the experience and credentials of those on board, a sudden disappearance seemed highly unlikely, making the incident all the more perplexing. The flight took off as scheduled, but roughly 30 minutes after departure, all contact was lost. No distress calls were received, and the aircraft simply vanished from radar. Extensive search and rescue operations were conducted by Japanese and American authorities, covering vast stretches of the Pacific Ocean. However, no wreckage, debris, or even the faintest sign of the aircraft was ever recovered, a rarity in aviation disasters. Several theories have emerged over the decades regarding the fate of Varig Flight 967. One possibility is that the plane suffered a catastrophic mechanical failure, though this does not explain the absence of wreckage. Another theory suggests that the aircraft may have been hijacked, as its cargo of valuable artwork made it a tempting target. However, no credible evidence has ever surfaced to support this claim, and no ransom demands or communications were ever made. Speculation has also surrounded potential foul play or sabotage, but again, no substantial evidence has been found to support these ideas. Some have even suggested that the disappearance may have been linked to geopolitical tensions at the time, given the Cold War climate of the late 1970s. However, without tangible proof, these remain speculative scenarios. The loss of the Manabu Mabe paintings added another layer of intrigue to the mystery. Art experts and collectors have speculated on the possible fate of these works, questioning whether they were destroyed along with the plane gear, smuggled and sold on the black market. Given the high value of the paintings, this theory has gained traction, though no evidence has ever been found to support it. Another baffling aspect of the case is the lack of debris. In most aviation accidents over water, even catastrophic crashes leave behind some trace of the aircraft. Seat cushions, floating cargo, or fuel slicks are typically discovered, but in this case the ocean yielded nothing. This complete absence of physical evidence has fueled numerous theories, including the idea that the plane may have been deliberately landed or hidden in an unknown location. One hypothesis suggests that the aircraft could have suffered a sudden decompression or a fire that incapacitated the crew before they had time to react. However, without distress signals or any recovered wreckage, this remains purely speculative. The possibility of a controlled ditching also exists, but again, such an event would likely have left some evidence behind. The lack of a definitive conclusion has kept this mystery alive for decades. Aviation historians, conspiracy theorists, and researchers continue to analyze the available information, but no breakthrough has ever been made. For the families of the missing crew members, the disappearance left an enduring wound, with no closure or understanding of what truly happened that day. Over the years, various reports have surfaced claiming possible sightings of the wreckage or new leads, but none have yielded results. The aviation community remains divided on whether the plane experienced a mechanical failure, was deliberately downed, or if some unknown factor contributed to its disappearance. The mysterious fate of the crew has led to numerous theories, with some believing they may have been taken hostage or forced to land in a remote, undisclosed location. However, in the absence of any communication from the missing individuals, this remains pure speculation. The possibility of covert operations or classified intelligence matters being involved has been raised, but no credible evidence has ever been produced to support such claims. The disappearance of Varig Flight 967 remains one of aviation's greatest mysteries, with no answers for the crew's families or the fate of its valuable cargo. Despite extensive investigations, the aircraft vanished without a trace, continuing to intrigue researchers and theorists. Until concrete evidence emerges, the enigma of Flight 967 will persist as an enduring subject of speculation and curiosity. Thanks for watching.